continue to remember her. Also, continue to remember Charles McClellan. Continue to remember Doris Miller. Things continue to go good there. Also, continue to remember Miss Clara. Also, Miss Joy. Good to see Joy back tonight. Continue to remember Wade. Also, if I can read what I wrote, I think, was it Martha White that was mentioned the other morning? Barbara White. Okay, remember that. And then was asked to remember the Wilkes County school system. If anybody's seen what's going up there, they definitely need prayers. So, anyone else need to be mentioned tonight? All right, remember this, family. All right, remember this, family. I was trying to figure that one out up here. Right. You know what I said? I was just like, anyone else? Gene? Okay. Anyone else? All right. If not, we'll read down the list of names like we do every Wednesday night, and then we'll come down and pray. Weston Adkins. And as we do this, if there's anybody needs to be taken off or updated, let me know that as well. But Weston Adkins, Jerry Autry, Carolyn Barnett, Lynn Bagalt, Betty Boone, Jonathan Brinkley, Candy Broom, Joel Bright, Cassie Buchanan, David Buchanan, Evelyn Buchanan, Keith Buchanan, Heather Burleson, Helen Burleson, Jessica Burleson, Gary Carroll, Mitchell Carroll, Linda Chandler, Jerry Cook, Roger Cook, Dennis Dale, Donald Dale, Isaiah Dale, Mike Dale, Sean Dale, Vera Dale, Margaret Dennis, Johnny Duncan, Amelia English, Seth English, Kathy Freeman, Tommy Freeman, David Fry, Joanne Ford, Sarah Garland, Megan Garman, Lisa and Mike Grindstaff, Rick and Marie Hall, Kay Hollifield, Sharon Hollifield, Brian Howell, Janet Howell, Manny Hughes, Linda Huskins, Sharon Huskins, Jason Ingram, Daniel Johnson, Emily Johnson, Cody Laws, Mike Laws, John Ledford, Linda Ledford, Mason Ledford, Brooke Little, Bill and Glenda Lowry, Sharon Mace, Ryan Marlowe, Charles McClellan, Dan McClure, Carolyn McIntosh, Carol McMahon, Sue Medford, Cody Miller, Doris Miller, Gary Moore, Judy Moore, Linda Moore, Bo Nanny, Candace Newton, Jean Newton, Mark Newton, Derek Nunn, Catherine Owens, Landon Owens, Bernice Peters, Chris Peterson, Gail Peterson, Doug Peterson, Leanne Pittman, Tommy Pittman, Doris Pittman, Bud Phillips, Mildred Pittman, Roby Ray, Preston Queen, Christine Riddle, Dawn and David Robinson, Heather Robinson and Baby, Cooper Robinson, Louise Rose, Mark Runyon, Lillian Ryan, Christy Sanders, Mike Shell, Clara Smith, Jean Smith, Jerry Smith, Philip Snyder, Diane Sparks, Ethel Stafford, David Stamey, Gail Staten, Jerry Sullins, Nina Sullins, Jackie Thomas, Wayne Thomas, Susan Troutman, Samuel Vestal, Amy Ward, Glenda Ward, James and Hazel Watson, Donnie Webb, Susan Webb, Chris Webster, Joy Williams, Mark Williams, Trudy Willis, Estelle Wilson, Philip Wilson, Wade Woody, Carolyn Wright, Hazen Yelton, Pat Young, Kristen Bagwell, Barbara White, Wanda Moore, and Wilkes County School System in that situation. And then do continue to remember Cass and the church, and that we continue to do everything in His power, and we continue to have good services as we've had. Okay. I done this backwards tonight, so give me just a minute before we come down. I'll go ahead and do announcements real quick. Forgot that, so sorry about the announcements part. But as far as announcements go, starting this Sunday, we will be taking up paper plates back here in the back for that ministry. And then on March the 15th, we'll be having recovering soldiers coming to speak to us that morning. So, anything else? Really? You're going to do that to us again, and then it's going to snow, or... At 5 o'clock Sunday. Does that work? Okay. They was just up here, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't a conflict. So do remember that, and I was just kidding. You know, we want to have it. It's just been weather-related issues. So remember that Sunday. Anything else?